Hello, my friends. This is Michelle from Michelle's Craft Cottage. Thank you for joining me tonight. I am making a simple card that you may have made along the way, but I decided to revive it with some masculine paper. I've done it with flowery paper for a woman, but this time I decided that I wanted to try a masculine version of it. So this is the materials I asked you to get ready. Oh, and before we start that, I want to remind you that this Wednesday is our Creative Crafters Challenge. And 4 of us demonstrators, Nancy Dodge, Sharon Verity, Maureen Powell, and myself, Michelle Duchesne. We do this once a month on the 3rd Wednesday. Hi, Tony. Thank you very much. We do this on the 3rd Wednesday of each month, and we challenge each other to do a card. And we all have to do whatever we decide on. Like, it could be a fun fold. It could be whatever. This month, we decided to use Scenic Coast DSP. That was the only parameters. That's the paper you have to use. Create a card from there, based on that. So we all did. So you got to come Wednesday and see, watch the videos, and then there'll be a post after the videos are done, and you can vote on your favorite card. And when you watch the videos, you'll see who was the winner of last month's video votes, and the winner gets to wear a crown. I haven't gotten to wear a crown, and I don't know how many weeks we've been doing this. So I'm asking you to please vote for your favorite card. Hi, Vesta. Welcome. So come Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Each of us will have that on our page. Okay, so let's get going here. I asked you to have a 5.5 by 8.5 card base with 4 1/4 scoring line, standard card. Coordinating DSP, one piece needs to be the 4 by 5.5. Be sure you like both sides, because part of the front is going to be shown. Part of the back side of the front paper is going to be shown. And then you have a 1/4 inch strip of the same paper, and then a 1/2 inch strip of the same paper. And 5.5 is your width. So if you got directionality paper, 5.5 was your width. Okay, then you'll need liquid glue and dimensionals. Dimensionals are optional. I didn't use any, but you may want to. Stamp set or with sentiments or greetings or images. Excuse me, coordinating inks, coordinating ribbon if desired, coordinating embellishments. I used 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I used 5. Of course, it always has to be an odd number. So, and then you need your cut and scoreboard. Okay, so let's start. It says fold and burnish a card on the score line. So I chose white, and I don't know where my bone folder is, but I'll use this one. Okay, so that's the end of number 1. Very easy, huh? This is a short and sweet card, though. Number 2 says, using your cut and scoreboard. Okay, so let's get our cut and scoreboards out. And the paper that you chose for the front, which is this for me. And this is what's on the back. Okay? Find the center of your cardstock on the 5.5 side. And that's going to be 2 3/4 is the center of 5.5. Okay? So put it at 2 3/4. I have to stand up for this. and you're going to go as far as 1 down this way, only till you get to 1. Okay? And that's all you do with that. Now we're done with the cut and scoreboard for now. Okay, and then fold down the 2 sides at an angle, being sure that your points are good. So you're going to look over here, and you're going to try to fold this at that part, at the slit, and try to get this one a nice point in the corner here. It's not always easy. Sometimes it acts weird. Okay? Then you're going to do the same with the other side. And as I said earlier, you guys may not have heard it. You have probably made this card before. Oh, look, I'm not even, so I got to go back here. This one I'm making as a masculine card. I've made this card several times as a feminine card, but I've never made it as a masculine one, so I decided I wanted to do something different. Okay. Make sure it's flat. And there you go. You can glue these down if you want, or put a dimensional underneath it. I chose not to, and you'll see why in a little bit. Okay, who's making a card with me? Vesta, you making a card? Tony, you making a card? Tony, I haven't seen you participate in much stuff lately. You haven't done the Saturday sharing. You've been too busy, I guess, huh? Vesta, are you making a card with me? Okay, so that's the end of 2. Number 3 says, audition your paper on the card front. Okay, determine where you want to put your statement. Now, I'm having Facebook issues with posting. Drives me nuts. It's been for 3 months. Oh my God, Tony. Okay, so I cut this purposefully so that it fits edge to edge, but I wanted just a little border down here. So I'm putting a little border. You don't have to do that. Okay, so this is going to be where my paper is going to lie. So I am going to put just a little dot around here, okay? Because I want to remember not to go that low when I put my sentiment up here. All the pieces are cut. Good. My sentiment's going to go right here, and I don't want to put it down too low that it's going to be hidden behind my folds here. So I just want to remind myself this is the middle, and I'm going to probably do it like a 3/4 of an inch above. Okay, so I've got my dot. I know that's the middle of my paper. Okay, and because I have garden green on the shirt on the flaps there, I am going to use garden green for my sentiment. Okay, so I chose to use especially for you. So this could be a masculine birthday card. It could be a Father's Day card. I'm going to move this down just a little bit. And I can see my dot, so I know that's my center. And then I want to be just about 3/4 of an inch above it. Hopefully straight. I can't promise that. A little bit crooked, not too bad. Okay. Okay, So, like I said, this could be birthday, could be Father's Day, it could be pretty much anything. Thinking of you type thing. Get well card. You know, once you put, especially for you, it is a little crooked. You can write whatever you want on the inside to serve the purpose. Okay, stamp your sentiment first, then using glue or dimensionals. I'm using glue. Adhere your DSP. So again, I'm leaving a little bit of a border at the bottom, and it's going directly side to side. Okay? Can you figure out what this is going to be? It's not hard. Yep, I moved. Try that again. Better. Okay. Now I'm going to lift this side. Okay, cut myself cleaning my scissors tonight just before I came on. Okay. And that's the end of clue number 3. Okay, clue number 4 says, using glue, adhere the 1/4 inch strip down the center of your DSP. So this is going to go right down here. So I didn't cut mine right away because I wanted to make sure that once I put it in here, I got it exactly where I want it. So I am going to now cut it. So I want it to go right down to the edge of my paper. I think that should work. Okay. So this goes here, and you glue that down. Now you could always put it this way too, but you would lose that, you would lose it in the busyness of that paper. So you want to put it this way, okay? Okay. Now I'm going to stick it there so it's between both, evenly between both folds. Best I can, obviously. Okay, and I'm going to use my bone folder to push this down because it's not staying flat. Okay, and then do this one. Okay, there. Okay, number 5 says, stamp a sentiment or image on the inside of your card if desired. I'm going to wait. I could either give this to my husband for Father's Day or his birthday in September or whatever. But right now I'm just going to put this down the bottom here. Okay? Just to break up the inside of the card a little bit. I always like to leave a sliver of space at the bottom of the card. I had a card I was going to make, and then I saw one of you, Tony, or no, I think it was Vesta, posted a card she made from someone else live. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the card I was going to make Monday night. So I had to go searching for something else. That's the downside of having multiple people doing this, because then you got to be careful what you make, because it might be a repeat from a few days before. Okay, so that kind of breaks up the inside. Okay, so I'm sure you can figure out what this is by now. Okay, that's the end of number 5. Then number 6 says, add embellishments along the 1/4-inch strip resembling buttons. Now I used green on my original one, my prototype, but I don't think the green are going to go very good here. So let me take a look. Now they're going to get lost. So I think I wonder how the blue would look, because I got blue in that. Oh, yeah, I like that. So it was either this or white. So I think I'm going to do the blue. Pull out the blue in there. Okay. So you want to do about 5, so you don't want to leave too much space in between each one of them. And try to get them centered as they go down. Okay. Just a hair more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, look at that. This one I put them closer together, so I needed 6. I'm reading this. Add a button box if desired. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Okay, now you have the option of adding one on the collars to make it look, you know how men used to have that button down collars? I didn't do it on my prototype, but I think I'm going to do it on this one. Sure I get them close to the same spot. Okay. And you could even go a little further and make a pocket on it if you want. Hi, Marilyn. You could put a little pocket on the side here if you want. Make it go off the edge just like it, goes over here. You could do so much. You can add so much to this. There's not, I think what I meant, bow. That should be a bow. Add a ribbon bow. So if you're making a female one with I will try to do mine after granddaughter goes home, okay? If you're making a female one, beautiful to put a bow right here. Late babysitting day, really. It looks real pretty with a bow at the top if it's a female flower DSP. So I meant to say add a ribbon bow. Guess I didn't proofread, did I? Okay, and that is your card. See how simple it is, but how cool it is? So this was the first one I made. I used that DSP where this is from too, the fishing one. And I thought, that's a perfect man shirt, don't you think? I think it's pretty cool. And that way, like I said, Father's Day, masculine birthday, thinking of you for someone who's not feeling well, especially maybe somebody who loves to fish. And like I said, you could put dimensionals under here to keep them, a little bit down. I'm choosing not to. But when I made the women's dresses years ago, I put them down. And they had a little raise because you had dimensionals underneath it. So, but how easy is this? Thank you for sharing. You're welcome, Vesta. So that is our cards for this week. Simple and sweet. So like I said, don't forget Wednesday is Creative Crafters Challenge with my 3 friends. And we're all using Scenic Coast DSP. We got to, this is, remember that paper? We all had to use this paper. And come and see what we made. And vote for your favorite. Okay, so now your pretty card is complete. Take a picture of it and post it on Michelle's Craft Cottage. I really love to see your cards. Thank you for joining me on mystery card number 99. Next week is the big 100. I got some things planned, some events, some good fun things. And vintage, it has a vintage look. You're right. Thank you, Tony. Next week, I asked people if they could make like a one-word comment. I put a post out saying something down memory lane about my mystery cards. You're welcome, Marilyn. Like you can say a particular card you made that just stays in your memory, or you can say, I looked forward to coming on Mondays. Fun. You could do whatever you want. And I want all your comments of you guys who come all the time so that I can make a little poster of all the comments. So look for that post on Michelle's Craft Cottage and add your 2 cents to it. Vesta did, Vesta did hers. So you guys, please do yours. And do not miss next Monday. You will regret it. It's going to be lots of fun. Please be sure to say hello, comment, and or like my video, and please share my video. I really appreciate it. By you guys sharing my videos, I have about 12 new people that have joined, that have followed me. So keep doing that. I love it. Okay? So make sure you post your cards so I can see what you made, either a woman's or a man's. And thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. And I will see you next Monday with all the excitement. Okay, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a good week.